as a broadcast, you get defined by iconic lines. And that, of course, was the fourth Brathwaite six. Bishop and Brathwaite's become a bit of a combination, isn't it? You play, I speak.
Yeah, I get a lot of that. What were your
thoughts while that was happening? Because I was in the Star Studio. Kyron Pollard's next to me. He was in the Star Studio at the time, and we thought 19 tough, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. What were you thinking?
Yeah, look. We can all try to be as objective as possible, but I was sort of feeling it. Can I give the backdrop to that whole thing?
Yeah.
The West Indies came into that tournament with a little bit of a infraction between themselves as players and the administration, whoever. We won't go into the rights or wrongs of it. And it was almost as if they felt under siege. And I sort of picked up on a lot of that as well. It was a period in my life where, surprise, surprise, I was a little bit of an angry man.
You were?
I was, yeah. For different reasons, yeah. I was a little bit of an angry man. And so I felt at times, maybe wrongly so, that the West Indies weren't quite getting the type of respect that was due to them in that format. So with Pollard missing, without Narayan, I was wondering how deep they could go. And the players were often talking about gathering together because there were issues going on around them. And the deeper they got into the tournament, I thought, wow, this is really good. So just from the temperature of feeling under siege to that night, and there was one point during that contest where I thought, my God, West Indies are way behind. They're probably not going to do this because wickets were falling, the tempo wasn't going, Harsha. So I wouldn't be ashamed to say that I was starting to lose a little bit of faith at one point.
Did that line just come?
It came then, but the story about that, and people don't understand, and I keep having to explain it, so this is the first time I'll tell it to Cricbuzz. What had happened was, I was always a big fan of Carlos Brathwaite. Remember that Carlos had scored 2 half-centuries in, I think, 3 innings in Test match cricket the year before. So I knew and admired his batting potential. And we sort of swapped information on his bowling and getting him to attack the crease more and being much more of a penetrative bowler for months before just having an incremental word. So 2 days or a day before, one of your good colleagues, Saurav Ganguly, and I think Boris Majumdar, if I pronounce it right, had invited me to a men's business meeting. And there was a question and answer segment at the end of it. And one guy asked me, who are the players that we should look forward to in the final for the West Indies tomorrow? And Carlos immediately came to my mind because I thought he was bowling well and he picked up 3 wickets. People forget he picked up 3 for 20 odd in that final, and that he could be a finisher. So at the end of what I said to the guy, remember this name, remember Carlos Brathwaite. And it was a hunch. I didn't know it would play out like that. So on the night when David Lloyd handed over to me, and I didn't ask David for this, I didn't want to. I respect roles in commentary. I don't ever try to hug the limelight, and I hate encroaching. If I'm doing the color job on the lead commentator's job, I kick myself and pinch and slap myself whenever I talk over a live delivery when I'm not supposed to. So when Carlos hit the first 6, I thought, wow, this is possible. Second, third, and then naturally at the end, my sort of exuberance came out because I'd known Carlos and it was kind of personal to me. The fact that the West Indies managed to win for the second time.